Donald Trump was slurring his speech. He was completely out of it when he was making an announcement that I'll show you in just a second. That to me is very alarming. And secondly, he admitted that Putin has all the cards. First, here is Donald Trump making a big announcement, and you'll never guess what it's about.
Announce the incredibly talented artists who will be delighted to be here as we officially announce the incredibly talented artists who will be celebrated later this year at the 2025 Kennedy Center Honors. It's going to be a big evening. I've been asked to host. I said, I'm the President of the United States. Are you fools asking me to do that? Sir, you'll get much higher ratings. I said, I don't care. I'm President of the United States. I won't do it. They said, please. And then Susie Wells said to me, sir, I'd like you to host. I said, okay, Susie, I'll do it. That's the power she's got. But I just, so I have agreed to host. Do you believe what I have to do? And I didn't want to do it, okay? They're going to say, he insisted. I did not insist. But I think it will be quite successful, actually.
So the President of the United States took time out of his busy day. Let's be honest, this man does not have a busy day. Probably doesn't get up until 10 in the morning. And this is probably the first thing he did that day, which happened around noon. And he announces, not only is he taking time in his day to make this announcement, that he's also going to be hosting what is essentially an award ceremony. The President of the United States is going to be hosting an award ceremony focused on people that he thinks have made an impact in the arts, which, of course, more than likely than not, they have not. And he's also saying here that folks asked him to do it. He didn't demand that he does. Does anyone believe that? Does anyone believe that this narcissist, who can't even stop putting his name on a water bottle, isn't the one who suggested or / demanded that he host an award ceremony? It's insane. It's insane. Now, he's also just losing his mind. He is truly losing his mind. Grandpa isn't all there anymore. And here's some evidence.
What a boxer's body was. So they brought him one, and I won't tell you who it was, but it was a big name, but the chest wasn't exactly what you need. One shot, and your heart would pop out. That wasn't too good. Then he did another one. He was fat, sloppy, but had a good face. Then he did another one, and another one, and another one. And he turned it down. He wouldn't take $1 million. He wouldn't do it. And it turned out that when they saw him, they said, you know, you'd be actually pretty good for this role. And he had never done this before, anything like it. But think of it, he turned down $1 million. He had nothing. He refused to let somebody else play. He didn't want to play it. He wasn't originally, he did it as a writer. But he ended up playing it because he couldn't find anybody else that fit the role. And who knew what would have happened?
What
the hell are you talking about?
That's him operating at his best, by the way, because he's not talking about foreign affairs. He's not talking about the laws of the land or anything. He's talking about Hollywood. And that's him operating at his best. I fear for us. He can't pronounce kiss.
And it's an honor to present Kiss. Thank you very much. Got it? Yeah.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Dementia. Here he is randomly talking about a building. He just looks so old. One thing that makes me a little comforted is that the Big Macs are going to get him one way or another. And they certainly look like they're permeating throughout his skin. The Diet Cokes are catching up to him.
And we have some great plans for this. The bones are so good. The bones of a building. If you don't have the bones, you might as well forget it. I'm working on another building, a thing called the White House. We're fixing it up so beautifully. It needed it. It's been many, many years since it's been properly taken care of. It's incredible. One of the great places of the world. Maybe, I mean, truly, to me, is there anything else even close?
Well, what he's doing is he's, as we talked about before on this channel, he's actually creating a 90,000 square foot ballroom. The White House itself is 50,000 square feet. It's going to dwarf the actual White House itself. He put up those 2 ugly ass flags. I love the American flag. Here it is. I like it. I think it's a complicated symbol, but it's not just a Republican symbol. It is the American symbol with the good and the bad. Lots of good, lots of bad. Like most people, it's very complicated. He put those flags and it just totally killed the... Oh my God. Am I getting dementia? The balance of the White House. I mean, it just kept going. This is bad. Shall we suffer through it together?
And everything he's touched has been good. He was on high intelligence. He worked in low intelligence and high intelligence. He did better with the high intelligent people. But he's been fantastic. He's the executive director, Rick Grinnell, for his work. Thank you very much, Rick. Unbelievable job.
I think he meant he worked in intelligence. Intelligence means you just gather information. It has nothing to do with your intellect. Again, it's like, is that Trump or is that dementia? I think we should start a game. Is that Trump or is it dementia? Maybe it's both. And here he is saying that crime's going to go down in D.C., and I'll give you my thoughts about why I think that is after the clip.
And you're going to see a big change in Washington crime stats very soon. Or not the stats that they gave, because they turned out to be a total fraud. The real stats, the stats went through the roof. You know, they had a man that was forced to put up stats like they were doing better. They're not doing better. Crime is the worst it's ever been. But it started as of about yesterday. You see a big change, and people are feeling safe already. I've had so many calls. Thank you, sir. Thank you. They were afraid to walk out. They're not afraid anymore.
All right. So here's what I think he's going to do. I mean, this is probably not the smartest analysis, but he is going to just lie. And he's going to make up some facts that crime is down because of what he did. And he's going to say that they need to do it everywhere because it works here. They're going to lie. That's what they're going to do about the jobs report. That's what they're going to do about the census if they end up doing it. And that's what they're going to do with this. They're just going to lie. And so, yeah, crime is going to go down, thanks, President Trump, because of your lies, not because you've actually done anything effective. All right. And then here he is being asked about, if you don't know, Russia hacked the U.S. government. Donald Trump didn't seem too upset about it. I wonder why.
There's new reporting that the Russians have hacked into some computer systems that manage U.S. federal court documents. I wonder if you've seen this reporting and if you plan to bring it up with Putin when you see him later in the week.
I guess I could. Are you surprised? You know, are you surprised? They hack in. That's what they do. They're good at it. We're good at it. We're actually better at it. But no, I have heard about it. I have heard about it.
Really great fighter we have there. Imagine imagine that's your boyfriend. I mean, God forbid, but imagine a boyfriend of yours saw you get smacked and he just goes, "Are you surprised?" That's what they do. Thanks for defending us, President Trump. And then here Donald Trump admits finally what we all have said for a long time.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Do you believe you can convince him to stop targeting civilians in Ukraine?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've had that conversation with him. I've had a lot of good conversations with him. Then I go home and I see that a rocket hit a nursing home or a rocket hit an apartment building and people are laying dead in the street. So I guess the answer to that is no, because I've had this conversation. I want to end the war. It's Biden's war, but I want to end it. I'll be very proud to end this war along with the 5 other wars I ended. But I guess the answer to that is probably no, because I would have had a good conversation with Vladimir. I knew him very well. I got along with him great, actually. We had I had to go through the Russia hoax. And it was a strain on the relationship. I actually told him, I said, you know, they got this phony investigation going on, Russia, totally phony, created by Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, and Hillary Clinton and the whole group of them. And it made it very dangerous for our country.
All right, shut up. All right, so you get the point. Donald Trump admits that he can't do anything about Putin. Really great negotiating tactic to say that before your big boy meeting on Friday, that nothing you do is actually going to impact what Russia does. The president of the United States is impotent. I mean, he is, but he's also impotent in the sense that he is unable to affect change on the national stage, unless it's him bribing other countries to give us money through tariffs. Other than that, he doesn't really do much, does he? Well, there he is, slurring grandpa, putting us all in more danger. Hooray for us. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.